Hello everyone, welcome to Nutrition Nerd Academy. This is Binyam Tasfaye, your host. Today we will discuss about Introduction to Nutritional Sciences, Section 1, Part 1. Our today's learning objectives include defining nutritional science, discuss key words in nutritional science definitions in more detail, discuss the multidisciplinary field of studies in nutritional sciences, and discuss foods and its components. Let's start by defining nutritional science. Nutrition science can be defined as a multidisciplinary field of study that focuses on the interactions between living organisms, in our case human, because we are studying human nutrition, and the substance they consume as a food. Every day, human beings and foods are interacted. Currently, the world population is about 8 billion, and all of us are interacted with food every day for survival. So, if we consume once a day, all of us, there will be 8 billion interactions per day. If we consume twice, there will be 16 billion times a day. And if we interact with 3 times, it will be 24 billion times a day. Foods and human beings are interacted. In these very crude definitions, there are some interesting keywords. Multidisciplinary field of study, food, human, and interactions. So, what does it mean by multidisciplinary field of studies? What does it mean by food? What does it contain? What's its benefit? What are the main sources of food to humans? What does it mean by human? And why human needs food to eat? What does it mean by the interactions between food and human? What will happen if this interaction is inappropriate? What is the purpose of studying nutritional sciences for human being survival or health? These are the most fundamental questions that everybody needs to question in order to understand nutritional sciences. To answer these fundamental questions, we will discuss each keywords in the nutritional science definitions in more detail. The keywords are multidisciplinary field of studies, food, and these parts of keywords will be discussed in more detail in this part 1 lecture. And in part 2, we will discuss about humans, interactions, and why studying nutritional science is important for human beings. Let's start from the nutritional science as a multidisciplinary field of study. Nutrition science incorporates knowledge from various academic disciplines. The following are a non-exhaustive list of some key fields of studies. The first one is biology. Biology provides insight into the biological processes related to nutrient metabolisms, absorptions, and utilizations within the human body. Chemistry. Chemistry contributes to the understandings of the chemical compositions of foods, nutrients, and their interactions in foods. Physiology. Physiology explores the physiological aspects of digestions, absorptions, and the role of nutrients in maintaining bodily functions. Biochemistry, which is the main topic of this channel, examines the biochemical processes involved in nutrient metabolisms and their impact on health. Microbiology. Microbiology studies microorganisms, including those involved in food production, preservations, and fermentations, and also gut microbiome studies. Psychology. Psychology investigates the psychological aspects of food choice, eating behaviors, and the impacts of mental health on nutrition. Sociology. Sociology explores the societal and cultural influences on food habits, dietary patterns, and nutritional behavior. Epidemiology. Nutritional epidemiology analyzes the distributions and determinants of health-related conditions, including the study of nutrition-related diseases at a population level. Public health. Public health focusing on promoting and protecting the health of communities, including the development of nutrition policies and interventions. Medicine. Medicine applies medical knowledge to understand and address nutrition-related health issues and diseases. Agriculture, which is the foundations of Foods and Nutrition examine food production, agricultural practice, and their impact on nutritional contents of foods. Food Science and Technology studies the physical, chemical, microbiological aspects of foods, including food processing techniques and preservation methods. Environmental Science. This science investigates the environmental factors influencing food productions and their impacts on nutritional quality of foods. Anthropology. Anthropology explores the historical and cultural aspects of food consumption, including dietary patterns and traditions. Nutrigenomics examines the interactions between genetics and nutrition, exploring how individual genetic variations influence response to diet. The last one, but not the least, is law. Food productions, manufacturing, marketing regulations, legal frameworks on nutrition policies, taxations, equitable access to foods, research ethics, regulations in food productions and human nutrition researches requires the applications of law in nutritional science. Having said that, now let's discuss about what food means. Food is an organic materials containing nutrients consumed by living organisms to provide nutritional supports for the sustenance of life and the maintenance of growth and overall well-being. Food is crucial for human existence in this world. Without food, we cannot exist in this world. However, beyond nutrition, food plays a crucial role in various aspects of human beings' life, such as societal, economical, and politics. So that food, beyond nutrition, contributing to the fabrics of human life in multifaceted ways. Societal importance. Food can be used as a cultural identities. Food is deeply tied to cultural identities, traditions, and rituals. It reflects the history and heritage of communities, fostering a sense of belonging and shared experiences. In this picture, lovely pictures, an Ethiopian woman is posting or having a picture with Ethiopian traditional foods. Maybe these foods were eaten maybe for thousands of years. So it becomes an identity to the Ethiopian communities. Similar to that, we can mention or we can identify the world populations as Indonesian food, Asian foods, Chinese food, Western diets, Mediterranean diets, and the like. So foods can be used as an identity to certain communities or societies. Second, food can be used as a social gatherings. Meal often serves as occasions for socializations and bonding. Sharing food is a universal way of expressing hospitalities, building relationships, and strengthening societal ties. It's also used for celebrations and ceremonies. Many cultural and religious celebrations are centered around specific foods. Food becomes a symbol of joys, festivities, and communal celebrations. Food also have an economic importance, such as it creates employments and livelihoods. Agriculture, food processing, and culinary industries are major source of employments globally. According to FAO reports in 2019 alone, 1.23 billion people worldwide were employed in the food agriculture systems. The value of the global food systems are estimated roughly at 8 trillion US dollar or 10% of the GDP according to the World Bank. So many people are engaged in agri-food systems in agricultural production, post-harvest management, food transportations, food processing, working in culinary restaurants, or people who are also working on an advertisement or food marketing systems, and many more. Food also used as a trade and commerce. The global food industry is a significant driver of international trades. Countries export and import food products, contributing to economic growth and providing opportunities for international collaborations. Food also creates investment opportunities for many. Food-related industries, including agriculture, restaurants, and food technologies, attract investments. Innovations in food production and technology creates new economic opportunities for many. So, the importance of food in the world economy is, or for human beings, is enormous. Food also have a political importance. For example, food security. Government plays a crucial role in ensuring food security for their populations. And these policies related to agriculture, trades, and distribution influences a nation's ability to provide adequate and affordable foods to its citizens. Without food security, there will be no peace in any countries. So food insecurity can be a source of conflict. So that politicians should implement policies that make sure that everybody is getting the right amounts and the right quality of foods for its citizens. In the political, one of the other political importance of food is diplomacy and trade relationship. International trades in food products can influence diplomatic relationship between nations. Negotiations on trade agreements, tariffs, and food aid can have political implications. The other importance is food policies and regulations. Usually governments or politicians implement policies and regulations to ensure that food safety, quality, and fair prices. These policies address issues such as labeling, agricultural practice, and public health. Okay, having said that, let's discuss about the source of food for human beings. What are those sources of food for human beings? Let's discuss. Human beings sourced food from different origins, including the human itself. Human breast milk at the early stage of human life is the major source of food for everyone. The second source of food for human beings is plant origin, animal origin, microorganism origins, and laboratory grown foods nowadays can be regarded as a source of food for human beings. Let's discuss about human breast milk. Breast milk is nature's perfect food for infants, specifically tailored to meet their nutritional needs during the crucial early stages of life. Breast milk provides a balanced mix of proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals, ensuring optimal growth and development for the baby. It contains antibodies and immune-boosting factors that help protect infants from infections, disease, and enhancing their immune system. Breast milk is easily digestible and its components are well absorbed by the infant's immature digestive system. Beyond nutrition, breastfeeding fosters a strong emotional bonds between the mothers and the infants, promoting a sense of security and well-being. Breast milk adapts to the changing needs of the growing babies, providing the right nutrients in the right amount at each stage of development, so that we can consider human breast milk as a source of food at the early stage of human beings. The second source of food for human beings is plant origin. This includes fruits, for example, apples, bananas, oranges, berries, grapes, mangoes, pineapples, and many more fruits can be regarded as a plant origin food source for human beings. The second one is vegetable, including broccoli, spinach, bell peppers, tomatoes, and the like. The third one and the most important one is tubers and roots. This includes potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, beets, radish, and cassava are considered as can be called as a tubers and roots, which is the main source of plant origin form of source of food for human beings. Grains and cereals, which are the main fundamental source of carbohydrates or main fundamental source of plant origin source of food for human beings. This include rice, wheat, corns, oats, barley, quinoa, and millets. And in some parts of the world, especially in Ethiopia and Eritrea, there is a grain called teff, which is used to make the flatbread injera. And the other one is legumes. So this includes beans, for example, black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, peas, and the like. And the last one is nuts and seeds. This includes almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and the like. And all this can be considered as the plant origin source of food for human beings. The other form of source of food for human being is animal origin. This includes meats that can come from beef, mutton, chickens, porks, lambs, and venison, etc. And the next one is poultry, which include chicken, turkey, duck, and quail meats. Fish and seafoods also considered as an animal origin source of foods. This includes salmons, tunas, shrimps, cods, and the like. Eggs that come from chickens, quail, eggs and duck eggs are also considered animal origin source of foods. Dairy products including milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter. Honey, which is a natural sweetener produced by bees, are considered as an animal origin source of food for humans. And other exotic source foods such as insects. In some cultures, certain edible insects are consumed for their nutritional values. Maybe this will be one of the options for human being, especially at this high population grows in the world. Maybe exploring edible insects might be one of the options for human being survival. The other one is reptiles. In some parts of the world, crocodile meats, alligator meats, turtle meats, and the likes are used as the main source of proteins in some parts of the world. The other source of food is microorganism based or microorganism origins. This includes algal foods, for example, microalgae like spirulina and chlorella, single cell proteins that are extracted from yeast, bacteria, and fungi, fungi based foods such as mushrooms, mycoproteins, which is used as a meat substitute for vegetarian diets, and also fermented foods, example probiotics and other fermented food products. Technically, they are not microorganism origin, but they use microorganisms to produce these products. Can be considered as a microorganism origin source of food for human beings. The last form of source of food origin is lab-grown foods, which is a very new technology to the world. And this include cultivated meats, which is a lab-grown meat, also known as cultured or cell-based meat, involves growing animal cells in a controlled environment to create meat products without raising and slaughtering animals, by just only taking the cells of the animal and growing it in a controlled environment. In the United States of America, there is a company called Upside Foods, which is a company engaging in the productions of lab-grown meats at a larger scales, and they start producing, and it's actually approved by the USDA to sell such a kind of product in the US market. So very soon you will see lab-grown meats which will be sold at the supermarket. The other one is cultivated seafoods. Similar to the lab-grown meats, efforts are underway to develop cultivated seafoods by growing fish cells in the laboratory and producing it in a controlled environment. The other one is cultivated dairy, which means like a lab-grown dairy involves using microbial fermentations or cellular agriculture to produce dairy products like cheese, milks, and yogurt. The other one is cultivated eggs. Similarly, companies are exploring the potentials of cultivating egg proteins without relying on traditional egg farmings. The last one is cultivated honey. Some companies are exploring the cultivations of honey without traditional beekeeping. These lab-grown foods are very new technologies to the world, but they may significantly will increase within the coming few years and becoming a source of food for human beings. So having said that, let's categorize food based on preparation methods. Raw food. Raw foods that are consumed in their natural states without undergoing any kinds of cooking or significant processing. Examples: fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and some type of fish such as sushi and certain dairy products and raw milks can be consumed raw. In some traditions, for example in Ethiopia, in Russia, and in some parts of the world, raw meats or raw beef meats are consumed. The second form of category is minimally processed foods, foods that have undergone minimal processing to make them suitable for consumption while retaining most of their natural characteristics. These include washed and pre-cut fruits and vegetables, whole grains, pre-packed salads, and minimally processed meats, such as fresh poultry or fish. Processed foods. These foods that have undergone some form of processing, often involving cooking, refining, or adding preservatives. However, they may still retain many of their original characteristics. Example: canned vegetables, cheese, smoked or cured meats, stews, and packaged breads. The last one is ultra-processed foods. These foods that have undergone extensive processing and typically contains added industrial ingredients such as preservatives, sweeteners, flavorings, emulsifiers, and colorings. These foods often have a lower nutritional qualities. Examples for these products include soft drinks, packaged snacks, instant noodles, frozen meals, and most commercially available desserts. These food products are actually discouraged by many nutrition professionals as a risk for many non-communicable diseases. Okay, having said that, let's discuss about the contents of the food. Food contains a nutrient and a non-nutrient compounds in it. We collectively call this the proximate compositions of foods out of 100. The proximate compositions of food means the percentage compositions of 5 basic constituents. This includes the moisture content, the crude proteins including amino acids, fat or the total lipid content, carbohydrates including digestible and non-digestible carbohydrates, which means crude fiber, and the last one is ash, which is the total mineral content. Ash is the one which is remaining after we burn the organic contents of the foods. Food also contains in a relatively negligible amount in terms of quantities includes vitamins, bioactive compounds including polyphenols, carotenoids, and flavonoids. Even though these things are very negligible in terms of quantities or amounts in the food, they provide a lot of health benefits to human beings. And in order to analyze the food proximate compositions and vitamins and bioactive compounds, we used food chemistry laboratories for analysis. And the best compiled laboratory analysis method for food is found on the official methods of analysis that is published by AOAC International, which means Associations of Official Analytical Chemist book. Now they reach into 2023 editions, which is the 22nd editions book, which is the most important resources for analyzing food content and its compositions. Okay, so all of the food sources, including the human breast milk, plant origin foods, animal origin foods, microorganism origin foods, and laboratory grown foods, all of them have approximate compositions, but in different proportions. Reason for this proximate compositions variability includes species and varieties, geographical origins, cultivation practice, maturity and ripeness, storage conditions, processing and cooking conditions, genetic factors, seasonal changes, post-harvest handling techniques, environmental conditions, and food additives will affect the proximate compositions of the food sources. Due to these reasons, many food sources have different proximate compositions and different nutrient compositions as well. Food also contains nutrients. What do you mean by nutrients? Nutrients are essential components of food that the body needs to function properly, grow, develop, and maintain overall health. These substances provide the necessary building blocks for various physiological processes and contribute to overall well-being. Nutrients such as vitamins and minerals are also produced artificially and used to fortify foods. We call this technology food fortifications. It means that nutrients are also coming from artificially produced items. Nutrients can be classified basically in two categories, such as macronutrients and micronutrients. Let us see these two categories more depth. Macronutrients. Macronutrients are nutrients that are required by the body in large amounts and provide energy in the form of calories. Actually, there are 3 macronutrients in food. These include carbohydrates. These are the body's main source of energy and include sugars, starches, and fibers. Proteins. These are essential for growth and repair body tissues, as well as for the production of enzymes, hormones, and other molecules. The third macronutrient is lipids or fats. These are important energy sources and are also necessary for the absorption of certain vitamins and for the formations of cell membranes. The second form of nutrients are micronutrients. Micronutrients are nutrients that are required by the body in smaller amounts, but are still essential for maintaining health and preventing diseases. Micronutrients can be categorized further into two categories: vitamins and minerals. Vitamins are actually organic compounds that are necessary for various body functions such as immune system functions, vision, and bone health. There are about 13 known vitamins that are essential for human health. These vitamins are further classified into two categories: fat-soluble vitamins. There are 4 fat-soluble vitamins and 9 water-soluble vitamins, a total of 13 vitamins in total. Fat-soluble vitamins are soluble in fat and are absorbed along with dietary fats. Without fats, fat-soluble vitamins will not be absorbed into the human bodies. That's why they call fat-soluble vitamins. There are 4 fat-soluble vitamins, which includes vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. The other one is water-soluble vitamins. These vitamins dissolve in water and absorbed directly into the bloodstreams. Actually, there are 9 water-soluble vitamins. These include vitamin C, thiamine, which is vitamin B1, riboflavin, which is vitamin B2, niacin, which is vitamin B3, pantothenic acid, which is vitamin B5, pyridoxine or vitamin B6, biotin or vitamin B7, folate or vitamin B9, and cobalamin or vitamin B12. The other micronutrients are minerals. What are these minerals means? Minerals are inorganic compounds that are important for various body functions, such as muscle contraction, nerve functions, and bone health, and many more. There are known 22 dietary minerals that are essential for human health. And these minerals are further classified into three categories. These include macro minerals. There are 7 macro minerals. And the second one is micro or trace minerals, which are about 9 micro or trace minerals. And the third one is ultra micro trace minerals, which is in number 6. The macro minerals are the minerals that the body needs in larger amounts, which is about more than 100 milligram per day. And there are about 7 macro minerals. This includes calcium, chloride, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, sodium, and sulfur. The next one is micro minerals or trace minerals. Micro minerals or trace minerals are the minerals that the body needs in smaller amounts, which is less than 100 milligram per day. There are about 9 micro minerals. This includes zinc, iron, iodine, selenium, chromium, fluoride, copper, manganese, and molybdenum. The third one is ultra-trace minerals. Ultra-trace minerals are the minerals that the body needs in a very small amount, which is less than 1 milligram per day. The ultra-trace minerals are important for human nutrition include arsenic, boron, cobalt, nickel, silicon, and vanadium. Hence, currently we are studying a total of 38 nutrients that are important for human health, which includes 3 macronutrients and 35 micronutrients, which includes 13 vitamins and 22 minerals. Both macronutrients and micronutrients are necessary for the body to function properly, grow, develop, and maintain overall health. In this educational channel, we will discuss the biochemistry of each of the 38 nutrients in depth. So, having said that, let us go into the quiz part. In this quiz, please pause the videos and answer these questions for yourself. The first question is, what is nutritional science mean? What are the keywords in the definitions of nutrition science? Nutrition science incorporates knowledge from various academic disciplines. List at least 10 fields of studies, including their descriptions. What is food? What is its purpose for human being? What are the sources of food for human? Provide at least 3 examples for each sources. What are the 4 categories of food based on food preparation method? Give some examples for each. What is the proximate compositions of foods? What are the factors affecting the proximate compositions of food? What are nutrients? How many nutrients are important for human beings so far? Please classify all nutrients into their respective categories. Okay, in this part 1, we discuss the nutrition keywords such as multidisciplinary field of studies and food. In part 2, we will discuss about humans, interactions, and why we need to study nutritional sciences. Video will be uploaded soon. Finally, I want to invite you to listen one music as a refresher. At the end of every lectures, I will invite you one music which is my favorites for you to listen after each lecture. Today's music that I want to invite you to listen is with the title Never Enough by a singer called Lauren Allred, which is a golden buzzer in British Got Talent. I hope you will like it. I will put the link below in this material, in this video. Don't forget to subscribe this channel for helping these channels, and also click the ringing of the bell.